Hey guys, Buffalo here. I'm out here today shooting my son's Savage Rascal, sighting in this red dot for him. This is the Primary Arms Advanced Micro Dot. Now the reason we put this on here for him is I had this dot mounted on my MechTech Glock carbine, and he was shooting that gun and shooting it really well. Of course, the gun's too heavy for him to carry around, but he was shooting it really well and really liked the dot, so I thought, why not? I'll put it on his little 22 and we'll see how he does with it. But I'm out here today, I'm going to sight it in, shoot a few groups with it, see how it does. Y'all are welcome to tag along if you want. All right guys, let's jump right in here and start shooting some groups. Now I've already got the rifle, what I call roughed in. Most of my adjustments have already been made. I'm shooting Federal Bullpack 36 grain hollow point high velocity ammunition. Not what you want to take to a bench rest match, but the way 22 ammo is, we can't be picky, and this is what I'm able to find the most of, so that's what we shoot around here most of the time. And they're just fine. They're accurate enough for small game hunting, which is what he's going to be doing with this rifle. Now you'll notice I've got the red dot mounted in the forward position. I could have mounted it back here, but it would have been in the way of the bolt, so mounted it up front and out of the way. Eye relief on a red dot with 0 magnification is not a problem. My allergies are going nuts today, so you'll have to kind of excuse me. That popper target is 30 yards from here, and we're going to try to put 5 rounds on the head of that target, 5 head shots. That one pretty much right where my dot was. If you haven't shot one of these little Savage Rascals, they are great. You know, they've got that Accu trigger on them. So many times people will give their youngster a really lightweight rifle that the trigger pull is actually heavier than what the rifle weighs itself. It's just really hard to shoot those well. I was glad Savage put that little Accu trigger on their Rascal. Now I could take more time and sit here and study and probably shrink this group some. But for the purposes of this rifle, no point in going overboard with it. Three. You'll notice the rifle is left-handed. My son does shoot left-handed. He's actually right-handed, but he's cross-dominant, so he shoots left-handed to use his right eye, or his left eye, I mean. Four. Last one. All right. I'll grab the camera up here and we'll go down and take a look. Well, I expected to have to make a few more adjustments, but I think that's plenty good enough. That's right on. I wouldn't expect anything more out of that from that ammunition. So you can see now shooting steel, the paint flares, and it makes the groups look larger than they actually are sometimes. But even that being said, you know, that group, all the shots are right here. So That's pretty much exactly where I was trying to put them. So I'm going to leave well enough alone on this red dot sight. But I do want to show you guys one other reason to that you might want to consider a red dot for your youngster or beginning shooter. You know, I like a red dot myself, but you can train a new shooter to keep both eyes open. Something that I was having a hard time to do with these factory sights, and I'm a big advocate of iron sights, guys. I love iron sights. I think everybody should know how to use them. And this little rifle actually has a pretty good set on it, a little set of aperture sights. But my son was wanting to close his non-dominant eye, and I'm trying to get him to keep both eyes open while he shoots. And with a red dot, you can accomplish that goal really easy by just taping up the front of the red dot. Now, his dominant eye will see the dot, and his non-dominant eye will see the target, and his brain will overlay the two. So he has to keep both eyes open in order to see his dot and the target. Let's go down and shoot a group like this and see how that works out for us. All right, as you can see, or at least hopefully you can see, I'm sure the bright sunshine today is wreaking havoc on my camera, but I've got the front lens of my red dot taped off, and we're going to shoot a group here. Now, going into this, I can tell you right now, this group is going to open up, and I usually shoot to the left when I do this because of a lot of factors. You're looking at the dot with one eye, the target with the other, so you're offsetting. You know, you're going to be looking at an angle, targeting at an angle, and you know, you've got distance between your eyes, parallax from having the dot taped off. Just a lot of things come into play here. The point's not to see how good of a group that my boy can shoot like this. I won't even be having him shoot groups like this. This is more for my curiosity than anything else. The point would be to keep him closer, probably 20 yards, shooting these big targets, and we'll be shooting that largest target this time, just to make sure I get all my targets on, or all my hits on target. But the point is to teach him to shoot with both eyes open, and that would be the only time that I would be taping the front of the red dot off. I just wanted to show you guys this is a tool that I use. So here it goes. Better take him off safety. All right, there's one. Two. And I can already see the group's going to be quite a bit larger, but like I was saying, it's not about the group size when you're running this drill, if you'd call it a drill, with somebody. It's just a tool to use to force them to have both eyes open, because I cannot see the target and the dot unless both eyes are open. 3. And we are at 30 yards again. I don't know if I mentioned that. I back up here to 30 yards. Uh-oh. I think we got a I think we got a dud out of the pack. You'll have that from time to time with rimfire cartridges. Don't want to have it too often, could be light primer strikes, but I think that one was just a dud. It looked like it was hit pretty hard. So, put one more on it, then we'll go down and take a look. All right, you know, it's not a, I know you guys can't see it on the camera yet because it's probably out of focus. That's not a terribly bad group, considering that I can't see through my sight. We'll take that tape off now. There we go. Let's go take a look. So, actually, that's not too bad of a group, considering that I had my sight blocked off, right? Seriously though, that's pretty good, considering the parallax I'm creating by blocking off the front of my red dot sight. And there's a lot of factors, you know, distance between your eyes. Different people will be off different amounts. My point of aim is right here, right in the center, and I was a little to the left. I've seen some people do this and shoot high. It just depends on the person and, you know, how they hold the rifle, if their focus is on the target or on the dot. All that stuff plays into it when you're looking at the reticle with one eye and the target with the other. So it's not meant for like a long range or a, you know, a group shooting thing. I just wanted to shoot this group because I was curious myself how good of a group I could shoot like that. But what this tells me is that if I keep my son at relatively close ranges, say 20 yards or so, he could hit any one of these targets with both eyes open, because he would have to have both eyes open to see the reticle and the target. And that would build his confidence and get him in the habit of keeping both eyes open. And that's what I'm after. I want to keep him interested by giving him success and get him the habit of keeping both eyes open. The long-term goal was just to make him a better shooter. Man, these allergies have got me down. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I know this wasn't a real exciting video, but it was something that I had to get done, and I thought I might as well bring the video camera out and make a video while I was doing it. Now, you know, whether you choose to start your youngster out with a red dot or just basic iron sights, you know, they're gonna benefit either way. But don't let anybody tell you that a red dot will create a handicap down the road, because it won't. You know, using a red dot now keeps things simple for him or her, him in my case, to be able to focus on other things like trigger pull and follow through and that sort of thing. And later on, he's going to be able to go back and pick up on the iron sights, which actually, you know, I'm saying that, but he's actually already learned how to use the iron sights. He just shoots the red dot a little bit better. So that's why I put it on this rifle for him. Your reasons may vary, and you may choose not to go with one. This is a Primary Arms micro dot, advanced micro dot. I do have a video of this red dot up if you want to take a look at it, and I've also got a review type video of this little Savage Rascal up. This is a great choice. It's important to choose good equipment to start a youngster out with. So many times I see a youngster get handicapped with a little lightweight rifle that's got a 12-pound trigger on it. You know, and then we expect them to go out and shoot well, and it just don't work out that way. This is a nice little package right here. You've got a good, safe yet light trigger pull. The rifle has the stock is very small, but it's ergonomically correct for a small child. You know, it's kind of hard for me to shoot it, but it fits him just right. The barrel's plenty light enough for him to handle, and now with the red dot, it makes things even simpler. So just something to think about when you're starting your child out. And I do hope you guys are passing our shooting sports on to the next generation. If it's not your child, hopefully you're helping a family member or a friend's child get started in shooting. But, you know, that's all I've got today. You guys take it easy, and I'll talk at you again soon.